Greetings class, I wanted to give you a little tutorial on how to do the texture exercise 2. Okay, so here we are in Adobe Illustrator, and I started playing around, but in the module of week 3, you will see that there is a texture template AI, and that is what I am going to open up right now. So I'm going to pop that into here, and here it is. So here is the provided template. Okay, so I'm actually going to not have any of these grids. I find them annoying. And I'm also going to do Command R on my Mac keyboard. And so that gives me these rulers. Okay, Command R. And then here would be your name. This is the box. Now, if you notice over here, there are 2 layers. So there's one that basically says, it says name and frame. We're going to call this name and base layer. Okay, name and base layer. So here's where we're going to put your name in, and this is your base layer. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to go here to the artboard tool, because this is what this is. It's an artboard, and I'm going to click on here. I'm going to hold down Shift and Option on my Mac, and that is duplicating this because you're going to have 5 of them. You're going to have 5 artboards. So far we have 2, and then I'm going to copy 3, and then 4, and then 5. Okay, very good. I could also have waited till I put my name in here, and then when I copied them over, each one of them would have had my name. So really, I probably should have done that. Okay, but at any rate, here we go. So these are 10 by 10, and you have specific copy that I want you to use, right? So also in the module, you will see a file that says copy for exercise 2. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab that, and I have it over hanging out on my desktop, and it's just in a Word document. Here it is. And this is from Hipster Ipsen, hipsteripsen.com, and that's a really fun site to get basically like Lorem Ipsum body copy, but the reason I like it better than Lorem Ipsum, which is available on all your programs, is because with Hipster Ipsen, there's actually words. So it is more of a realistic opportunity for your typesetting, whereas, you know, Lorem Ipsum is just completely nonsense. Okay, and this is kind of funny, so it's funny. All right, so I'm just gonna Command A to select all, and then I'm going to do Command C to copy it. And then I am going to close that up. Now there are a few ways that I can bring in the copy here. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to click on the type tool over here, and I'm going to hold down the Shift key because that is going to give me a even box, and I just want to make an even box. And then I am going to hit Command V, and that is going to be, wow, my text. Okay, so let's see what the heck is happening here. I did that completely wrong. Okay, let me just do that. Okay, here we go. I don't know why it did that. Okay, so that's correct now. All right, so did you see the way the cursor was turned? I don't know why it was turned. Anyway, we're back on track. All right, so this doesn't fill up all of it, so I'm just gonna do copy again, and then I'm gonna paste. And it's okay if there's more copy in here. I don't need to worry about that at all. Okie doke. So I also have asked you to have all of your types set justified. So I'm going to go up here to paragraph, and you see all of these different settings. So this is flush left, centered line for line. This one is align right. This one is justify with the last line aligned left. And then this one is justified with the last line centered. This one is justified with the last line flush right. This one is justified all lines, and then that last line is also justified out. And if you have shorter, like the last line of your paragraph is shorter, you do not want this setting, because what will happen is this last line will basically kern out to the whole width of the paragraph, and you'll have a ton of holes and rivers, and it'll look awful. So I want you to just do this. Okay, so you're just going to set this, and just make sure. Again, yes. And now I'm also going to go to Roman hanging punctuation, and I'm just going to show that to you so you can, get a heads up on it. Okay, so if I don't do the Roman hanging punctuation, what happens is all of these punctuations are set just to the left of the flush. So you get little holes here, hole, hole. So the I is it's creating a wave, right? So it's not really a flush. But if I do this, and I do the Roman hanging punctuation, what happens is all of the little punctuations just hang right outside of that straight line, and now we have a nice even straight line, and really the eye doesn't even notice these little bits. So this is important to do. And then the other thing I want to show you, which we'll be talking about later when we talk more about body copy, but I'm just going to give you a heads up on it now anyway. So I'm going to select everything. I'm going to go back up to paragraph, and then this little flyout menu here, which is fabulous, you're going to go to justification. And in these justifications, I have a setting that I feel works pretty much every single time. And this is what it is. And I will be putting a little screenshot of this in a folder that's going to say typesetting info into the Google folder. Okay, and it'll have some various things in there that we'll go over throughout the semester. But for right now, we've got this. And so watch everything here. So look. And then when I hit preview, you can see that it actually does improve some of the holes and rivers if there were any. Okie doke. So with this assignment, you actually have 5 artboards, 5 layouts that you can create. And in those 5 layouts, you can have a maximum of about 5 paragraphs. So I just really want you to have fun with it, and just think about, the textures that are being created with just these blocks of type. So let's see, what do I have this set in? Let's see. Okay, Archer. I think, okay, we'll just leave it. Archer has a lot of family members, as you can see. So I'm just going to set it in bold. Okay. And then I'm going to do just going to copy and then paste. And I'm going to hold down the Shift key because that is going to keep it in proportion. And then I'm going to do a little center right there. Then I think I'm going to also copy the big one again. And I'm just going to put that there. And then I am going to hold down the Shift and the Option, and that is holding it in place and giving me the center there. But the thing is that I don't have enough copy down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to select this block and I'm going to hit Command 2 because that is going to actually lock that. And I'm going to go up here and I'm going to select those, and then I'm going to go here and I'm just going to add more copy. Okay, and here, there we go. Okie doke. Right. So I might like that. I might say, okay, that's great. Okay, I like that. So I'm also going to unlock it. Okay. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to drag it over here. And I think I'm going to make that smaller. And I think now I'm going to play with a different point size. So here's a different point size. Now this is 59 points. And now I'm going to do what's called negative leading. Okay. And I'm going to create a pattern here. So the leading is the space from baseline to baseline. So if you see here, from this line to this line to this line, those are the baselines. And normally you could say 10 point on 12 points. So that would be from here to here would be 12 points. And the point size of the body copy would be 10. Okay, so here I decided to do this with negative leading, just to give me some, other kinds of textures here, because I want you to, again, have fun with this. So I might decide that I kind of like that. And now I'm going to put it over here. And I think maybe I'm going to work with the transparency. So I'm going to open up the transparency. Here it says 100%. I'm going to move that down to 43%. Then I think I'm just going to have another one over here. And then I'm going to do that at, well, it looks like pretty much the same. So you know what I'm going to do? I can go over to my eyedropper tool. And this is already selected. Now, if I just drop right in to here, well, it's not giving me the percentage. So I'm going to, if this was a color, but we're not going to talk about color right now. Okay, so I'm just going to go back in here and I'm going to see what that is. Okay, I'm going to do that at 61, and I'm going to do this one also at 61. Okay, so I have some different texture happening. right? And maybe what I'm going to do is take this whole thing and just fill it up. Give it a very light percentage, and then I'm going to go up to Object and Arrange, and I'm going to make sure that that's sent to the back, right? And this one, I'm going to make sure that this is to the front, and I want this one to the front as well, and then I want this one also to the front. Okay. Okay, so I might say, okay, I like that, but I'm sure you're going to come up with some really other fantastic things. Okay, the other thing is I want to show you is, just in case, you know, you decide that obviously you're going to have this bleeding off of the edge, you actually want to create a mask, a clipping mask, so that it's held within this square. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I am going to set it in just a different typeface. Let's just set it in this. Okay, so it's very bold, right? Okay, and I think maybe I'll just set it at 14 points. All right, so let's say I just want to have this one line. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to have this one line. Okay, so this is now point text. So I can take this and I can hold down the Shift key and it will turn properly for me. Since I have this in a box, if I go to turn it, what's going to happen is the type is just going to shift within that box. Okay, so here I'm just going to take this and then I'm going to do Shift Option and copy that. Now since I've made one copy, what I can do is I can just hit Command D and it will just repeat the copy for me. Then I could go down here and I think I'm going to copy it over here, and then just going to shift it like that. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to take this and I want to copy it, and then I'm going to go up here. Well, first I'm going to go to this layer and I'm going to lock that. Then I'm going to go to my top layer. Oops, and I see that I don't have any of this on it. So I'm going to take all of this. I'm going to take this type and this type and this type, and I'm going to, do you see that little blue? I'm going to move it to this layer. Okay, so now all the type is on this layer. So here I can say type layer, right? And I'm going to lock Well, I'm not going to lock that bottom layer yet. So again, I'm going to go here to the bottom layer and I'm going to copy the outline of this box. I'm going to just do Command C and then I'm going to lock that. Then I'm going to go up here and I'm going to hit Command V and put that in place. Okay, now I'm going to keep that selected and then I'm going to select this and I'm going to go up to Object and I'm going to go to Clipping Mask and I'm going to go to Make. So do you see the way that clipped that? I'm going to also do this, 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 and this, and this, and I'm going to make that into a group. So I'm going to do Command G, and now this is one group. Okay, so I can just shift that around as one group. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and this, and I'm going to go here again, and it's not going to allow me to make another clipping mask because I already have one on there. So I'm just going to go no, and I would have to basically create another one of these and this. Or what I could do is I could undo this, right? Okay, so I just undid all of this. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to make it Command G into a group again. Okay, now I'm going to go to this, this, and this, and now I'm going to go to Object and I'm going to go to Clipping Mask and I'm going to make. Now I have everything within there, right? Okay, so what I want you to do is you're going to make your 5 layouts. It's going to be super fun. Just have fun with it. And then you are going to go up to Save a Copy. And when you go to Save a Copy, here you will see Adobe PDF. You're going to save that as a PDF. And then I'm just saying all, and I'm going to save, and I'm just going to optimize, and then here is my PDF that I would then, once it's obviously completed, I would upload. And you're going to upload that to Canvas. But of course I need to create 2 more. So you want a total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, you can change the typefaces, the point size, obviously the family members. They can be italic, they could be bold, they could be light. You could have radical differences between the point sizes. Okay, so you're creating texture. You can see how just this type is creating an incredible amount of texture within this spatial ground. Okay, have fun with the project. Exercise 2.